Anyway, I'll let Charlie continue the introduction.
No, OK, we'll come back to that in just a moment. Dave's back on the road now, doing what he does best. Telling jokes. It's a tour called Words Don't Come Easy. Words Don't Come Easy?
It's not a great title for a stand-up tour, is it? I got the posters back and I went, that's a mistake, isn't it? 2 hours short.
Well, if you'd called it Jokes Don't Come Easy, that would have been even worse.
I think we can see a bit now, so let's have a look.
This woman asked me to do a gig in a prison. It's a maximum security prison near us, and she said, I'm phoning from such a place. She said, it's a prison, maximum security. We're having a bit of a show on. Will you come and do a bit? I said, no. She said, well, think about it, Dave. They're good lads. I said, don't think they are, to be honest with you. She said, no, we're having an open day. Right? I said, I think you'll find that bouncy castle's going to be popular. I said I'd do it. I said, I'll go and do it. No problem, I'll do it. I'm not doing anything else that night. So, nightmare. So, my wife, that afternoon, I'm thinking, where's she gone? She's gone to the gym. And she's taken the car. She's gone to do that, pilots, whatever it's called. It's not Pilates, it's pilots. You don't see Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean, do you? Anyway, she phones me up. She says, can you get a lift? Can you get a lift to borrow a car? Ours is broken down. I said, oh, what on earth is the matter with it? She said, there's water in the carburettor. I said, how do you know that? She said, I'm in the canal.
And you're watching that and laughing.
I know, it's wrong, isn't it?
How many times have you delivered your...
Oh, I don't know, but I do enjoy myself on stage. I hope that comes across, because I keep it fresh all the time, keep adding new stuff in. That's probably only the second time I heard that.
It must be... If you can't laugh at yourself on stage, you must have to worry, mustn't you?
I think that's the secret. You've got to be true to yourself, and you've got to deliver stuff that only makes you laugh. You know, you can't pretend to be something you're not. And so I hear things that make me laugh, and they go straight in, because I think I'm not unique. If it makes me laugh, it's going to make everybody laugh.
Now, we sort of gave the impression that you're doing the writing and everything and not doing the live stand-up stuff. Did you have a spell when you didn't do stand-up?
I've toured, this is my 5th tour now since 2003, so it's just getting the balance right of putting gaps in between the tour for your writing project.
And is it hard to come back to, if you had a little spell not doing stand-up, do you jump straight back in, it's not a problem, or is there a bit of a...
I do warm-ups. You have to do a couple of warm-up gigs just to get back on, get the pace right and get the timing right. And I usually do that. I'm doing one in Preston next week but those all go to charity. All the warm-up gigs I always do for charity. But yeah, it takes you a while just to get back into the rhythm of the whole thing, yeah.
And just talking about that Celebrity Mastermind episode, because I'm fascinated by this, because people, of course, know you as a stand-up. You do have a kind of previous history, and you do know a lot about blood.
Human blood. Well, I was a biomedical scientist in haematology, so yeah, they dissolved the blood for 30 years. So when they asked me to do Mastermind, I said, can I do the red cell, the red blood cell?
Yeah.
It's a very complex cell. A unique cell, lives for 100 days without a nucleus. I'll not bore you, but and it delivers oxygen but doesn't use oxygen. And I said, I want to do the red blood cell, and they said, oh, that's a bit narrow. I said, narrow? It's microscopic. So they said, well, you can do human blood. Well, I set myself up for a fall, really, because it's such a complex organ, the blood, isn't it? The biochemistry of it, the immunology of it, the serology of it, and I only knew my little topic, so I thought I could look a fool here, but actually, it came out all right.
Came together. Yeah. You ought to stay around, because we've got
some vampires coming in.
Some vampires,
really?
Human coming on shortly, be quite useful. Pick them up on some technical
Well, you used to do that when you going on the ward. All the patients always used to say, "Oh, the vampires are here." You've never heard it ever before. Thank you.
To keep their spirits up. I mean, you laugh along with their jokes.
That's right.
Do you take do you have a notebook with you at all times, just in case things make you laugh?
I do, but you know, and little beer mats and anything that's it's just the words thing, you know. I heard something on the trial that was coming down yesterday. It was a news report, and you find that quite a lot on news reports. Redundant words. I like redundant words. It said there was a hostage situation somewhere, and it said you've joined us at a very critical stage because the police are sending in a trained negotiator. You think that's the one I'd want. A trained one, that's the one I want. You want an untrained one? Pass us that megaphone, I'll have a go. Come here. Come out, we've got some cheese. You're rubbish at this. I've not had any training.
Yes,
you know.
Yeah, in the newspapers earlier on, we were looking at an article about Billy Connolly, and he's closed a couple of shows early, upset about people's behaviour in theatres, too much heckling and people walking in and out. I mean, he's a veteran performer. Are audiences getting ruder or more?
I don't think so. I think you attract your own audience. Like my audiences are lovely. You do get the odd heckler.
Well, he's only himself to blame for his heckles.
Well, I don't know. No, if he's he's an out there comedian and he's a loud, he's you know, interactive comedian. He interacts with the audience. I don't. I'm a conversational, so I just tell stories, basically.
So you think in that kind of situation, people think they kind of have a right to give him a hard time because he dishes it out a bit?
Well, not dishes it out, but he engages them in the act, you know, and so they feel part of it. So I think they're probably more likely to contribute, if you like.
So your approach is don't involve the audience because then they might talk back to you?
Well, it's just my style. I'm just very conversational. I just talk about my life and our lives and words in this case, and I talk so much and so fast, they don't get much chance. You do get some great heckles. I do a thing about kids and the problem with texting and how... Anyway, I said at one gig, I said, do you not think kids are getting stupider? And this voice from the back shouted, it's more stupid. Well done, mate, yeah.
And we both said, when you walked in, we both said, you're looking very, very
trim
at the moment.
That's very kind of you to say so.
There's a diet thing going on, apparently.
Well, I've just given up bread. That's what I did. I gym a bit. I've got a little gym at home now. I hate going to the gym. I always end up sat opposite the thigh buster with a bloke with Paris shorts on. You don't need that, do you? When you come out of the shower, he's using your towel, so I'd rather stay at home and do it now.
You brought the gym to yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. Just a quick note: Phoenix Nights. There were rumours. Excuse me. I'll have one of your hecklers getting my grammar right, saying that it might be a film. Is there a film? Do you know anything about it?
I don't know anything about it, no, to be honest. I'm writing with Neil Fitzmaurice, who wrote Phoenix with us. Never forget, the three of us wrote it. And we've been writing, and I've done a film for him, and we've got this new sitcom that we're writing for the BBC. And
which is?
It's called Glitterball. Yeah. Well, we're casting it for a read-through, so we're quite excited about that. But Neil's not heard anything, I've not heard anything, so I've no idea.
As far as you know.
As far as I know.
No. Well, it's lovely to see you.
Great to be here.
Looking so healthy.
Thanks very much. Second leg of Dave's UK tour. Words Don't Come Easy starts in Leicester on the 16th of February, runs until the 19th of April.
Now, this year, Britain has a lot to celebrate, as well as the Diamond Jubilee and the Olympics. 2012 also marks the 200th anniversary of the birth of Charles Dickens, one of the best-known and well-loved writers in English literature.
Yesterday, we looked at why his work has been popular for so long. What about the man himself? Robert Hall reports.